Shalom, shalom. Before I get this lesson started, I want to give all glory and praises to Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushai, Yahweh of hosts, because that's what this is going to be about, Yahweh of hosts. Hosts meaning armies, Yahweh, he exists, that's his name, and the name of his son, who is going to be the ruler of the earth and the universe on the throne of King David, is Yahweh Shai. Okay, our beloved king, our most beloved elder brother, Ban Malak Dawada, the son of King David. You guys need to look at this. I'm going to show the first brother from GMS that opened this story up to me. Come to find out, this is you see that. So today's date is what? Today is Wednesday, September 10th. It is 4:00 in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time in Georgia. This is New York Post 8 hours ago. So that was basically what? 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock this morning. Check this out. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, of whom I learned from, and a shalom to the 144,000 chosen elect brothers, taking the truth to the four corners, bidding the elect spirits of Yasharallah to the marriage supper of the Lamb, who is Yahweh Shai. Blessed be his name forever. This is your brother Radah. Check this out, man. You got to look at this, you guys. I saw this today at work, and the more I begin to think about it, I begin to praise, bro. I begin to weep, because it was a major faith builder. This is gonna happen, man. Yahweh Shai it's coming out. Everything's coming out. Yahweh of hosts is flexing, but I'm blown away that Esau even showed this like this. But again, everything being done on the earth is under the influence and the direction of the sovereignty of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, who reigns in the kingdom of men. Esau is no different. He's a part of this whole program, right? He's the wicked on the left hand side. Check this out, man.
I want to cue up a video that I've been given. And as before it starts, I'm going to describe. This was taken October 30th of 2024. This video is of an MQ-9 drone tracking an orb, or this object, off the coast of Yemen. You'll see that another MQ-9 launched a Hellfire missile. You cannot see that drone. And so I'm not going to explain it to you. You'll see exactly what it does. This is when it zoomed out, so you can still see it traveling. Declassified? So, Mr. Knapp, have you heard about events like this occurring? And what information might you have?
I have heard about events like this. I have heard about this event. Jeremy Corbell and I talked about it in one of our episodes a while back. We did not have the video, though. There are servers where there's a whole bank of these kind of videos that Congress has not been allowed to see, that the public hasn't been allowed to see. Occasionally, some of that stuff gets out in the wild, and it comes our way. It should be going to you. The public should be seeing this stuff. And why you're not allowed to, I don't know. But that's a Hellfire missile smacking into that UFO and just bounced right off. And it kept going.
It kept going, and it looks like the debris was taken with it.
Yeah, what the hell is that? What flies like that?
Again, I'm not going to speculate what it is, but the question is, why are we being blocked from this information consistently?
Okay. All right, we're going to stop right there. I don't want to interrupt that. I want you guys with your eyes to see this. The Spirit just gave me this, inquisition shall be made. We got to build the case now. It's Second Ezra's, I believe. I will begin to visit the earth. I will visit, or the Most High I will visit the earth. I will visit the world. Let's say that. The world I'm paraphrasing, the world and inquisition. Inquisition. Let me see. There it is. That's what I wanted to see. And I will get, okay. Look at this. Okay. So how does the Most High visit the earth? He sends his hands, which are also his eyes, who are his what? His representatives on the right and left hand side. And they report back. They always report back what was done or what was accomplished, right? The eyes of the Lord. I'll pull that. So look, 2 Ezra 6:18. And it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. So as the affliction of Zion is approaching its end, inquisition is being made on they. Who is they? So they, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. So the affliction of Zion, that's speaking about a race of people, and the inquisition of them is also talking about a race of people. Let's get the etymon. I'm going somewhere, you guys, and I'm going to play more videos. Hang tight. It's not I'm going to play more and get more speech. Let's get inquisition. 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 Look at this. Inquisition. And remember, we just read the scriptures. What is going on here? Okay. Judicial investigation. Ooh-wee, you got to let the Spirit open you up to this, you guys. If the eyes and the hands of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai are the right hand, Allahayim, and the left hand, Allahayim, which means powers, which goes into personalities, men, judges, little gods, gods, rulers, right? Powers. These are the men, these are the persons who operate the chariots. And the chariots are the wheels of fire that are that are parked around the throne of the Most High, or the Ancient of Days, that we see in Daniel chapter 7. Let's get that. Hold on. Let me pull that really quick too. Hold on. Let's get it just really fast so you can see this, okay? You got to see these precepts so that you know, those of us who are attempting to speak the new song without no guile in our mouths, okay, we are going along with what precept upon precept says. We are being led by the Spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yashai. We're declaring the name of Yahweh, the Yahweh of hosts. And the host means armies, which are these holy angels. I'm going to say holy and evil angels on the right and left hand side, both of them carrying out the sovereignty of Yahweh, because he is Yahweh of the right hand host, and he is Yahweh of the left hand host too. He controls both the good and the evil, and they both are controlled by him. The Ancient of Days. Look at this. The Ancient of Days, Daniel. It is Daniel 7:9. Look at this. And I beheld till the thrones were cast down. That's talking about the rulerships on the earth, because Yahushua is eventually going to be the ruler of all rulerships on the earth. That's why he is called the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white like snow, and his hair on his head was like the pure wool. He has an afro, you guys. His throne was like the fiery flames, and his wheels as burning fire. What's that talking about? He's not driving a Cadillac, but he is flossing. He's sitting on his throne, you guys, and he's surrounded by the Allahayim and their wheels, their chariots, what you just saw in this video.
I'm going to give you this designer bag if you can prove to me that you know your finances.
Well, let's do it. How many subscriptions do you have?
Let's get it. Look, there's a whole bunch of them. Okay, it's all, so there was an order given. Now it's of the Most High that's doing this, but somebody on the left hand that controls the media, there's a reason why they're following instructions. Someone on the left hand side, Alahayim, was sent by Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, and in that spirit on the left hand side told Lucifer, who is Lucifer again? Lucifer is the upper echelon rulership, the banking families of the Edomites. That's all that means. They're the light bringers on the left hand side. They were given instruction on the left hand side to bring some of this out. Right? And the majority of the planet is operating in gross darkness because of they're under the sway of the dragon, which is what? The revised Roman Empire. But those of us on the right hand side, what does it say in Proverbs? Who is as the wise man? Who can interpret a thing? Who knows the interpretation of the thing? The interpretation of this is the Most High. This is Yahushua, the captain of hosts. Okay? So look at this. So these wheels, look at that. Boom! That rocket hit it. And it didn't do anything. Now, what you just saw is one of these wheels right here. That's what a wheel is. It's a chariot. It's a UFO. It's a interdimensional flying warfare transportating aircraft that is operated by a holy or an evil angel. They both respond and report to Yahweh by Shem Messiah. Now, what did the precept say? Look, and then one more. Let's get one more. A fiery stream. This is verse 10. So as the Most High sits on his throne, he's got a fiery stream, a river of living water coming out from issued. Look, a fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Who? The Most High, sitting on the throne. That's all the wisdom, knowledge, understanding coming out of him for both the right hand and the left hand side. And they're taking instructions from him. And as they're getting and going and back and forth, they're all coming back. They're manifesting from the high heaven, and they're coming down here, and they're flying around in the second heaven, which is what? The sky and space. And the occupants in the first heaven, Esau, Edom, are the ones capturing all this with their satellites. And then now you got the inhabitants that are in the rulership of the first heaven, which is Esau, Edom. We're all also catching it too with our cell phones. But the occupants of the first heaven, which are the rulers of this world, are lying about the military force that they are seeing in the second heaven that is coming from the third heaven. Does that make sense, you guys? Look at Daniel chapter 7:10. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands and thousands ministered unto him. Who are these? These are the Alahayim on the right and left hand side. It's not just holy angels, you guys. It's the left hand side too, because Yahweh controls them both. Thousands and thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgments was set, and the books were opened. Now let's go back. Let's go back to here. One more. Who's making inquisition? The Most High from his throne is making inquisition, and how is he doing it? He's sending the chariots, right? They're recording everything. Let me see. The eyes of the Lord, the eyes of Yahweh, of the Lord, are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, are 10,000 times brighter. Let me see. That's also, it's Ecclesiasticus. Look, Ecclesiasticus 23:19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the angels on the right and left hand, they're watching everything, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men and considering the most secret parts. So you see, they are reporting. And so what did this Alahayim do? Look, what did this angel do? And it said, behold, the days come. This is 2 Ezra 6:18. And it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. And this is verse 19, 2 Ezra 6:19. And will begin to make inquisition of them what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness. This is talking about Esau's rulership. And when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. That is the Hebrew Israelites, mainly talking about the elect, because we are in captivity right now. We are serving out our sentence. And as our sentence is being a complete, Esau's sentence is going to start. Look at Lamentations. See, it already comes up. Lamentations 4:21 and 22. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. Who's that talking about? It's talking about these people. All the people. Who controls the media, you guys? Esau, Edom, Amalek. Who's doing all the cover-ups and the blasphemy every time they speak about this? Oh, we don't know what these are. They know exactly who and what these are. They're going to play dumb on TV in front of you guys because they don't want you to know. Esau does not want to admit the superiority of the aeronautical or the space movement of the chariots, because then he would have to admit that there's somebody stronger than him in the universe. And he doesn't want to say that. He wants to be God. He wants the whole world to see him as God. And so therefore he has to lie about the chariots. He has to lie about the men that drive the chariots. This is what all your UFO movies out of Hollywood, making them look like deformed aliens. And he has to lie about Yahushua by calling him Jesus. He's got to lie about Yahweh by calling him Jehovah and making him to an old white man, and Jesus a long-haired white man. And he's got to lie about the people on the earth that are his people, because Esau doesn't want to be Esau. So in order for Esau to be white or European or Christian or Jewish, everybody else has to have their name changed. He's got to control the narrative so he doesn't look like what he is, which is Edom. Does that make sense? So look. Rejoice. So look, Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup, this is judgment, shall pass through unto thee, and thou shalt be drunken, and shalt make thyself naked. Now look at the next precept. The punishment, the affliction of Zion, the punishment of thine iniquities is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. There goes Zion mentioned again. Why is Zion being mentioned simultaneously in the same aspect as Esau, Edom? Because when Esau, Edom's rulership comes to an end, Yahushai's, Jacob starts. That's 2 Ezra 6 and 9. The punishment of iniquity, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee into captivity. That's where we are at right now. We're in captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins, and it will be time for them to go to prison. And then this one last precept, and we'll get the videos. Esau is the end of the world. Look, it lines up perfectly, you guys. 2 Ezra 6:9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. I'll get the other version. Look. 2 Ezra 6:9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So the elect, the Lucifer, the light bringers on the left-hand side of Esau, which what does light bringer mean? It means the wisdom on the left-hand side. They know what this is. They understand that this is prophecy being fulfilled, and they're going to lie to you guys and say that
this is when it zoomed out, so you can still see it traveling.
We have heard from a number of whistleblowers, specifically military pilots.
Let's get the beginning. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying. Do you think that this man, this holy, this Elohim that is operating this chariot, do you think it did not know that a rocket was going to be sent at it? Do you think it didn't know it was being traced? Do you think it didn't understand that laser technology had locked onto it and it was being tracked to be recorded? It was allowing this to happen so that we could see this, you guys. That's why this was happening. It wasn't like you have an angel on the right hand or the left hand side operating this chariot and he's just doo-doo-doo listening to his headset. He's jamming out to some music, smoking a cigarette, not paying attention, looking at photos of naked angel girls. I'm just being funny. They don't do that. You got to understand, he knew exactly what was going on. He was very aware that one drone was tracking him as another drone was locked onto him to hit him with that rocket. He allowed himself to get hit with the rocket so that the footage could be recorded. This was done on purpose, you guys. Many videos like this have been allowed. They're showing you how superior they are, bro. And no one in Esau's kingdom is articulating it on that level. This is probably one of the first times where they're admitting that they're afraid, but they're not saying why, which is still a form of blasphemy because they know exactly the source of this and they're not saying it. You got to understand, this is sinful. Even though we're seeing it, they're still not giving glory to Yahweh or Yahweh Shai, and they're not acknowledging the Elohim for who and what they are. These are the gods that created the universe under the direction of Yahweh Shai as Yahweh Shai followed orders and read the instructions from his father. Just like a major construction company builds a freaking city or a freaking freeway, there's a foreman, there's a labor crew, and then you got the owner that you never even see. His name is on everything. He's sitting up high in some skyscraper somewhere doing other projects. That's the Most High, bro. Yahweh Shai built and created everything with the Elohim. That's who these guys are in these chariots. And these Edomites understand this at a high level, but they're not saying it like that.
This is when it zoomed out, so you can still see it traveling.
We have heard from a number of whistleblowers, specifically military pilots, that the reason for not coming forward publicly is out of fear that speaking out would cost them their flight status and potentially their careers.
Why? Because Esau has been controlling the narrative since they've had the media, since they got a hold of our Bible. They removed the 14 books of the Apocrypha out, and one of the major reasons why they removed the Apocrypha out is because in 2nd Ezra chapter 13, 2nd Ezra 13, 2nd Ezra's 13, you see a perfect description of a chariot that Yahweh Shai is on. This whole chapter describes it. This is going to be Revelations 12. This is the Armageddon, Yahweh Shabbat, the day of the Lord. This is the war in heaven, you guys. And look, it starts off, it tells you in 2nd Ezra 13, and it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea. This sea is talking about the sky, the firmament, that it moved all the waves thereof, and I behold, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. He's coming with the chariot. He's coming on a father ship with a whole bunch of other chariots, a whole fleet of them. Okay, a whole fleet of UFOs. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And whosoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. Let's go down. Verse 8, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, yet they did fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hands, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, he gives a command, as it had been a blast of fire, out of his lips a flaming breath, out of his tongue, and he cast out sparks and tempests, and all they that were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that even upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Now let me go really quick. Let me find War of the Worlds, vaporizing. Let me see when they get vaporized. There it is. You guys have seen it. Remember? The attack begins. Remember this? Actually, I don't want to get...
Most men don't know this.
I don't want to get a copyright, but you've seen it where he's right here where that chariot is vaporizing everybody. Remember, see, it's going to show it, but I ain't got time to fucking... This one doesn't... Okay, right there, you just saw it. I don't want to get a copyright. But because they'll give me a copyright for that little couple seconds just because I don't want this information out. But you see it right there. And I'm going to go back. Fuck that. I don't want to get a copyright. I'm going to let this... See that chariot? He let that rocket hit him so we could talk about this. But you see in the precepts, this is what this is talking about. And this is the correct interpretation. I'm going to get one more precept. I got to get these precepts, man. Who is as the wise man? Who is as the wise man? Okay, look, because there is, look at this. Ecclesiastes 8:1, and I'm going to stop with the precepts and go back to the video. Who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed. The interpretation of this thing is these are the angels of the Most High, and they are making inquisition, and the Edomites know it at the highest levels, but they're lying to the world about this because they got to appear as the righteous group. They got to find so-called black people and brown people that are occasionally doing stupid shit, like that recent thing where the Jake stabbed that Ukrainian woman on the bus. That was judgment, man. He was a spirit of vengeance, and she did something wrong in her past. But they're making her look like she's innocent. No, there's nobody innocent. White women with blonde hair are not fucking innocent because they're white women with blonde hair. That is bullshit, man. But Edomites are so wicked. They need that. They need us to be bad so they can be good. While here they are. They're the number one race of people that are lying to the world about the chariots of the Most High. Okay?
This video is of an MQ-9 drone tracking an orb, or this object, off the coast of Yemen. You'll see that another MQ-9 launched a Hellfire missile. This is when it zoomed out, so you can still see it traveling. This video is of an MQ. This was taken October 30th of 2024. This video is of an MQ-9 drone tracking an orb, or this object, off the coast of Yemen. You'll see that another MQ-9 launched a Hellfire missile. You cannot see that drone.
Are you aware of anything in the government, United States government arsenal that can split a Hellfire missile like this?
No.
And do whatever blob thing it did and then keep going? Nothing?
Nothing.
All right, how about you, Chief Wiggins?
Nothing to my knowledge, ma'am.
Okay, and how about you, Mr. Borland?
I prefer to answer that in a skiff.
I have heard about events like this. I have heard about this event. Jeremy Corbell and I talked about it in one of our episodes a while back. We did not have the video, though. There are servers where there's a whole bank of these kind of videos that Congress has not been allowed to see, that the public hasn't been allowed to see. Occasionally, some of that stuff gets out in the wild, and it comes our way. It should be going to you. The public should be seeing this stuff. And why you're not allowed to, I don't know. But that's a Hellfire missile smacking into that UFO and just bounced right off.
And this is pathetic. This is all they're talking about is how come their weapons can't work about it, rather than the fact that they are the wicked, that it's going to be time for their judgment, that inquisition is being made against them, and that these are the chariots of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. That's the topic, not the fact that their fucking toothpicks can't penetrate these supernatural aircrafts that are from the Most High. But they can't say that because there's such a wicked race of people, and every fucking thing out of this man's mouth, the race of these people, is always a fucking lie. Let's get Inquisition. Inquisition, judicial investigation. That is what the chariots are doing. Acts or process of inquiring. Inquiry, investigation, a searching into, a seeking, legal examination, a seeking of grounds for accusation. Okay? Now, I got video, I got pictures. Where are they? Where'd you guys go? I took pictures of it. Where are you at, man? Damn it. Where are you? Really? Wow. Where the heck are you, man? Wow. Okay, so we're going to do it this way then. Let me see. Where was that one at? Let's see. There we go. Look at this. Look at that. This is a map of all reported UFO sightings. What do you see, man? Why are they all over America? And they're all over the earth. But why is it that they're all over America? Why, you guys? Look at this. Let me see if UFO sighting map. This map is of all reported UFO sightings from 1906 to 2014. You think that's an accident? It's because America is Mystery Babylon. America is where the majority of all the Edomites are, and America is where both the northern and southern kingdom together have been oppressed. Even though we've been all scattered all over the planet, both northern and southern kingdom are in America. Judah would wake up in America and begin to broadcast the truth from America, and begin to wake up all the Israelites all over the earth. There's a lot of reasons why and America is ground zero for the destruction, the fire. It's going to receive all the freaking ICBM, the majority of the ICBM missiles. There's no getting around this, man. These are not coincidences. This is the interpretation of this thing. And Esau is only going to speak blasphemy. What is blasphemy? This is all they're going to do. Blasphemy. Impious or profane speaking of God or sacred things. What are the chariots? They are sacred things. What are the men who fly the chariots? They are sacred things. What is the name of Yahweh and what is the name of Yahushai? Those are sacred things. What has Esau said? Esau said that Yahweh has straight hair when the Bible tells you he has woolly hair. Esau has said Yahweh and Yahushai, their names are Jehovah and Jesus, when the Bible tells you, when Paleo Hebrew tells you that his name is Yahweh and his son's name is Yahushai. The scriptures tell you that they are both dark, melanated men. Multiple times in the scriptures. Esau has told you that they are white. This is the one who has blasphemed to the entire planet about the Most High, and even to this day right now, he's fucking lying. They're not going to tell you the truth, you guys. They're going to speak in circles. They're going to show you stuff. They're going to speak in circles, man. That's all they're going to fucking do. Look at these assholes.
Tonight, new never-before-seen video off the coast of Yemen showing a U.S. MQ-9 Reaper drone tracking a glowing orb as it flies over the water. Now watch closely as a different U.S. drone drops a Hellfire missile on that fast-moving orb. The missile appearing to bounce off the object, doing very little damage. The orb then zipping away unfazed. The video from October 2024 shown during a congressional hearing today on unexplained anomalous phenomena. That's the official name for UFOs.
Do you solemnly swear?
Several service members giving their own eyewitness accounts and reacting to that new video.
Does this video scare you guys? Yes or no?
Yes.
Wiggins?
Yes.
Yes.
And there are big questions right now.
And why does it scare them? It doesn't scare the prophets. It doesn't scare the elders and the apostles of the Great Millstone. It doesn't scare any of the bishops and the captains or any of the men that are in Great Millstone or anyone who follows that doctrine. I'm not afraid of them. Not because I'm strong. And let me rephrase that. We are afraid of them from a holy, righteous, loving, respectful perspective. We want to be obedient. We want to confess our transgressions to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. We want to repent. We want to come under the blood of Yahushai. Yes, we're afraid of them. They're very terrible beings. When they come, if they're not coming to bless you, you're screwed, dude. You can't stop their hand, bro. But why is Esau afraid? Is he afraid out of love and respect? Absolutely not. He's afraid for selfish reasons. They want to be God. And they know that this force, this power, Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai, the Yahweh of hosts, the Elohim are going to remove them from their thrones, bro. The thrones are going to be cast down, and Yahweh Shai at the end of the day is going to have all the crowns on his head when he comes down on that white horse. I pray that this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Kodash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone of who I learn from, and a shalom to the hopefully elect, taking this truth to the four corners of the earth, bidding the elect spirits to the marriage supper of the Lamb. This is your brother Radah. Shalom.